School Zones Whose Homes is a game that creates awareness for the real phenomena of school segregation, specifically a modernized form of segregation through the zoning of districts. This game has two players, and both players have entirely different goals. One player assumes the role of the educator, while the other assumes the role of the elected one. Both players will have their own card piles to draw from each turn, while also having their own agendas to work towards. Though both players are not playing against one another, they will have their own win and lose conditions set throughout the game as well. The Educator. Your goal is to make sure your school prospers, that amidst the growing of this bustling city, your schools are up to standard. A lot of your gameplay revolves around observing what the elected one does and planning appropriately to minimize the damage it does to your school. The main role you have is managing which homes attend which schools and trying to ensure that those homes are not bogged down by the external tiles that surround them. Though you do not go toe-to-toe with the elected one, you can ensure that at least one of their new plans for the city fits into the grand scheme of yours by making it your own. The elected one. You are no saint. You need to make the decisions that need to be done. You are the backbone of the city, responsible for all the new tiles that are placed within it. The city must prosper, therefore it must grow. And you are in charge of that. Make sure to build smart and minimize your disapproval rating if you want to succeed. Throughout this campaign of yours, you will face various scenarios that will require you to use an arsenal of building blocks to satisfy various objectives. Work hard and make sure the city flourishes, regardless of what it may cost. This game is heavily inspired by MultipliCITY and follows a similar scoring format that utilizes role cards. How you tally your score is up to you, but we recommend using a pen and paper. Some things to keep in mind is that the educated one goes first at the start of every turn, and often they will draw the scenario card that the elected one must base their playstyle around. And though the educated one usually plays the role of the observer and is watching what the elected one builds, they must also try to divert how they build their tiles so that they least impact the school. And though the elected one is placing down tiles at a fast rate, they must keep in mind how they can take advantage of the dynamic between tiles to minimize the disapproval rating. I hope you enjoy our version of this game and enjoy the dynamic that we have created between the elected one and the educator.